All right, and this is part three. All right, and also, I've had some notes or whatever, because this video, I mean, it's on YouTube, but it goes to other places too. Um, Also, some people say they feel of self worth or whatever. Um, I mean, this is not going. I'm not keeping on topic, kind of from the other video, but I'm just gonna go ahead and do the other part that I got the notes for. All right. Like, some people say that, they make you feel of little worth or whatever. Never let anyone make you feel of little worth because you have a child or whatever. I mean, some people said they felt shunned because they had a child or whatever, and some people tell them, "Oh, you're nothing. You're never gonna be nothing. All you're good for is making kids." Don't believe them because they weren't there walking through your shoes and what you went through or whatever. They can't tell you shit or whatever. Just tell them, whatever. You wasn't there when whatever happened to me or whatever because they're not you. Nobody can say anything about you because they wasn't there or whatever. I mean, some people could have did what you did better, but oh well. There's people made in the world to be better, but they're not better than you as a human because everybody is created equal, but everybody has special talents, special ways that they do things. Therefore, what I'm saying, they can't really say anything about you until you walk in somebody's shoes. You can't really say anything about them. That's why I always say have understanding because you never know how things will go unless you're in their shoes because some people have been broken down emotionally, some people verbal abuse, some people their lives are certain ways have went certain ways and took certain turns to where you can't really say anything. Sometimes you can say things about them because it's just obvious that that's where they want to be and that's it. But like, yeah, if you're a single mom and people's told you, all you good for is making kids and you're never gonna be nothing, or some people just put you down or whatever, don't let it put you down because as long as you're doing better or whatever, as long as you're doing better for yourself and you're taking care of your kids or whatever, you know, don't listen to them because in the end you'll be something better or whatever because I've had people tell me that a lot of times and it's like, okay, you don't know me, you wasn't in my life, you wasn't in my relationships, you don't know what happened or whatever. So yeah, excuse me, but yeah, don't let it get you down and stuff or whatever. And just take care of your children. As long as your children is taken care of, then everything else will be taken care of or whatever. People will talk to the day that you die or whatever. It's not the end of the world. And also, um, what was it? Oh, and also, I know some people, they're party mommies. They like to go party. It's okay to party, but what I'm saying, me, when I look at it, is it worth it? Like, if I'm going to party and get drunk versus being home with my kids, I'm not gonna do it. Don't do it. It's like no one's gonna take you seriously doing that. It's like, oh, I heard she's always at the club drinking and all the other stuff while her children are home. What I'm saying? I'm gonna go ahead and try to hit that because they think they can hit it. Because it's like, okay, she's not serious about her life. She's got kids and she's in the club drinking and doing whatever and stuff while her kids are at home. I mean, I know some women who stay in the club and they got kids at home, and it's like, why aren't you home? I mean, to me, if you're gonna miss out on any time with your kids, it should be for something worth it. Like, you gotta work, your kids gotta stay home, or you might have somebody in your life like a boyfriend or whatever, and you might want to spend some time with him. But like I told you in my other videos, I have a schedule or whatever. Unless we become very, very serious and like I know he's gonna be there in my life, okay, he might can come over during the week or whatever, but he's still not gonna get in on my time with my kids. Like I said, unless he's gonna be there in your life like for a while, and y'all think y'all might want to, eventually do a life together, then yeah, it's okay to have him around your kids or whatever during the week. But I'm saying, still have that time if you're gonna have time for your kids, time away from your kids, I meant, make sure that it's for something worth it. I mean, if you love someone, like you have a boyfriend and you love him and he's going to be there in your life, and okay, you want to go spend some time with him or whatever, go ahead and do that. But don't do it excessively to where your kids get pushed to the back because, saying, it's just not right or whatever. And also, during the summer you might want to take a vacation. If their other fathers are open to spending time with them, let them go or whatever. But if you have some situation to where you can't or don't trust the other father or child, you know what I'm saying, then keep them with you or whatever. But also, to some others, some of you are mad because the guy doesn't want to be with you, or because maybe I don't know, some people have some grudges. But like, if he doesn't want to be with you, then don't hold on to that grudge. I mean, I've done it before. I've held on to a grudge once or whatever. But it's like, you can't do that or whatever. I mean, I thought about it and I was like, no, I can't do that. It's wrong. Don't hold on to a grudge. If he wants to be with somebody else, let him go, because if you keep him there, it's not gonna be worth it, because he's still gonna be doing what he want to do regardless. So you can't stop him. But but to all the single moms, if you have a dad that actually wants to be in their lives or whatever, be there. Let them be there. Don't hold them up because they're not doing what you want them to do. I mean, me as a single mom, I have certain rules for my children when they go away. It's like, just like my girls, I don't want anybody in their hair. I don't want nobody in their hair. And I want to know where you stay, your address and stuff. I want to know your phone number so I can call you and check up on them. And I want to know where you're taking them while they're going to be there. I've had instances to where their fathers did not want to tell me that information. You know what I'm saying? If their fathers act like, oh, this is my child and all the other stuff, you don't need to know shit. Yes, you do. You need to know where he lives. You need to know the phone numbers. You need to know where he is taking them, because some of them will try to keep them away, keep that information away from you or whatever. And some of them don't want to follow your rules. You make them follow your rules. It's like, I'm the primary parent or whatever. You're the primary parent. The child stays home with you. Everyone's like, just like when they go to school, if they take them to a certain place you don't approve, and they learn certain words or they're around certain stuff, when they go to school and the teacher's sending home a note, everybody's going to look at you. They're not looking at his father or her father. They're looking at you. You explain that to them. Whatever you do or whatever comes up in that child, everybody is looking at you. They're not looking at dads. They're looking at you. Explain that to them and be like, no, you don't run anything. I'm the full-time parent. I run this. I run this. I am HBIC up in here. You know what I'm saying? They don't run anything. They're just the side parent. And if they don't like it, oh well, they should have worked it out with you or whatever when they had the chance or whatever. That's how it goes when you have a child out of wedlock or whatever. You have to have divided things or whatever. Everything is divided or whatever, and the mother mostly has the upper hand. That's what happens when you walk away from a relationship, when you have a child with someone. Everything is going to be divided, and the other parent who doesn't have the child full time, they're going to have to follow rules. That's how it goes. Oh well, it's life. Oh well, you can't tell. You know what I'm saying? Don't let them tell you and try to boss you around, especially if they're not paying shit. It's like, how you going to run anything? Since when did little money tell big money what to do? You know what I'm saying? You don't pay anything up in here. You're not doing nothing. How you going to tell me what you should? One of my kids' fathers tried to tell me, you know what I'm saying, that they should be able to take the child whenever they want. And it's like, you're not paying anything, so how are you going to tell me what to do? You know what I'm saying? If they're, especially, just like I said, especially if they're not doing nothing, don't let them try to run stuff and tell you what to do, because that is like unbelievable. Yeah, right. Like, yo, who are you to tell me? But yeah, that's another thing. Stay in charge or whatever. Stay in charge. Excuse me. Stay in charge. Make sure you have a plan or whatever. Children come first, boyfriend comes second. Everybody have an arranged time or whatever. And also, while you're a mom, I think that you should, you know what I'm saying, I think that you should stay fit out there. Some of y'all don't want to do it or whatever. You say he'll just like you for you. Yeah, he like you for you, but you know what I'm saying, you have kids, so it's like, that's kind of a turn off automatically. So you need to look real good or whatever. Try to look real good. Stay fit, work out, do some Taebo. I mean, that's only like, what, 30 minutes every week or whatever. You can do it. I do it. But yeah, and keep looking nice or whatever, and show guys that you can do things on your own, and you don't always need their help, even though sometimes some of us get put in predicaments where we do need help. But show them that you're not just looking for a handout. All right. Peace.